ass fucking. Emron still hasn't seen her. welcome to episode 16 and a half. I don't even know what episode we're on, but there's a ton of episodes, so make sure you check those out, of the Fake Football Guy Show. My name's Giancarlo. Everybody calls me JC, and alongside me is my co-host, Dustin DL Lingaman. Dustin, what's up, baby?
What's up, man? It's snowing.
It's snowing bad. I don't have a brush,
bad.
man.
That sucks, dude. Use your hand.
I might.
Be a man. Use your hand.
Be a man. Use your hand. Be a man.
You remember it?
I don't remember.
There's
that.
a whole
Where's that
dirty
from?
song.
Where's that from?
When you're sitting on.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good. The production assistant today, Double D, David Dykstra. What's up, Double D?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. The executive producer of the show and the man that's probably gonna let me borrow a brush.
Yeah.
The Sultan of SWAT, the Emperor of everything, Andrew Valentine. What's up, Andrew?
Well, I'm good, guys. I'm feeling good. It sucks that it's snowing. I was not prepared for this because my tires actually are kind of worn down.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going to happen going home. Good luck, everybody out there.
Yeah, good luck. Say a quick little prayer.
Fishtail.
Yeah, you're going to fishtail. We might not have you on our next
Hey, you could just call
episode,
JC because we have his number.
What does that have in it? What?
I'm just saying.
For why?
If he fishtails, he could call you and you could help him.
Oh.
Since he's helping you with a brush.
I mean, you could help him because you're not doing anything in the playoffs, right? Just saying. Some of us are still in the playoffs.
I hate you.
Yeah. As a reminder, everyone out there, to all our viewers, all our followers, all our listeners, you can follow the show on Twitter. Where can they follow the show, DL?
Tweet FFG.
And if they have any questions, what's the hashtag they should use?
Ask us FFG.
Also, if they don't use Twitter and maybe email is more their speed, what email can they use if they have email questions?
Ask us FFG at gmail.com.
And if they do fishtail and need some assistance or have any voicemail questions, what phone number can they call?
Area code 708-655-4508.
Have you memorized it already?
No, I look at it every time.
Yeah, I'm just saying because by this time, I
No.
think you should have got that down pat.
Never. Never.
What else?
No.
As always, everybody, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And DL, what else?
Smash!
Smash that notification button. That way
Yeah.
you know when we go live. Because if you're watching right now, you probably, are subscribed and have your alerts on. So
Yeah, and you know what? I'm really tired of texting everyone and putting the link into our show. By now you should just watch it. My mother-in-law the other day, she's like, "Are you still doing your show?" I'm like, "You didn't hit the notification button?"
Yep.
We've been doing it since
telling you
forever.
they gotta listen.
Yeah.
They gotta listen. And if they listen, they'd probably be in the fantasy playoffs, right? That's probably where they'd be.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Well,
Hopefully.
we got a jam-packed show today, guys. It's championship weekend.
Best week of your life.
It is. Hopefully,
Or
you guys
the
are.
worst.
Hopefully, you guys are winning some belts, some championship trophies. All kinds of stuff. Some money. Some of us have some chance at some big money. Some big money.
Christmas bonus.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
I would ask you how your week went, but you're not alive. So I'll tell you how my week went.
Just bullshit.
Yeah.
Actually, before you jump into
Yeah.
your week,
Sure.
you know what sucks about being in a toilet bowl?
What?
Is when your team scores 142
Ooh,
points
that hurts.
and outdoes everyone in the actual playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I check it. I can't help myself. I think at this point I'm so addicted of looking
That makes sense.
that I just I can't. But anyways, it doesn't really matter because I'm just not winning.
Yeah. So I'm alive in 4 leagues. So pretty good. Got a chance to win a total of, if I win them all, $10,000. So pretty excited about that.
10 grand.
10 big smackaroos.
What's my
yeah.
percentage? What do I get?
If I win,
Yeah.
I still owe you some beer. I'll double up the
Yeah.
beer. How about that?
So I'll get a 24 pack.
No, you'll get 12 total beers.
Well,
I watched back the show. You said 12. I said 6. So
Oh, you actually
that's
watch
the
our
one.
show?
I watch all our shows.
Oh.
Yeah, usually when I drive, I
Um,
try to listen. So yeah.
Quick question though.
Yeah, ask away.
Because do you think our show helped you in making those tough decisions?
Truthfully, yeah. Truthfully, I paid more attention to teams that I don't really have players on,
Okay.
so that I could go get those players.
So basically, I get a 3% cut of your 10 grand.
Yeah, sure. 3%. Give you 3 nickels. But yeah, all around. So my teams did pretty well. I got eliminated in a few leagues. Hurt. Shout out to my boy Tim. We share a team, but he actually kicked me out of the playoffs. He put up 160 points. and I only put up like $110.
Wait, what do you mean he kicked you out?
I lost. He
Oh.
destroyed me. So
I thought you were like his partner, and he was like,
we are partners in a different league.
"Oh,
And we get a
okay.
chance at $5 grand
Gotcha.
in that league, so it's pretty exciting. But yeah, shout out to Tim for knocking me out. I feel like I knocked him out last year or whatever. But yeah, good for you, Tim. Good for you.
Karma."
Yeah, it is
Big ol'
karma.
wheel.
It is karma. That's just kind of the way fantasy football goes. You win
Yeah.
some, you lose some. Glad to say I got a chance at winning. Hey boys, how you guys doing in your fantasy leagues?
I won mine. I'm in the consolation rounds though,
Okay.
so I'm hoping.
Yeah,
to be
we call that the
champion of
toilet bowl.
Hey, if I'm the winner of the consolation, I'm okay
Get a
with
plunger?
Do you guys win anything? I'm curious.
So we were going to do money,
Okay.
but because we're all pretty broke,
Okay. No, I get it.
the money will probably not be happening. But
Okay.
for myself personally,
Sure.
I thought I was pretty much dead and knocked out in the water, but then I realized we have 2 weeks that count for the first round of the playoffs.
Oh wow.
And I had a big week because of Devontae Adams and T. Higgins.
Nice. Huge.
Even though I left Joe Burrow on my bench, but nevertheless, I was able to pull out a 30-point win against good old David's son Dominic to get to the championship against our own Tyler Buterball. So it's myself and Tyler for the title now,
Nice.
which I am shocked with.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
Okay, first one, I thought you were like a Joe Burrow butt buddy lover of all.
Okay, I am.
And you
I
didn't
love
start
me
him?
some Joe Burrow, but I was like the Ravens. It's still the Ravens. I wasn't sure how he was gonna do. Who was gonna predict he's gonna go off like that? I mean, well, yeah, I know, yeah, that's
No, just
fair.
kidding. And
I
also,
didn't think he would go for 500 with 4 touchdowns. Okay,
True.
I
Okay,
expected
I'll give you
more
that.
like 200 with 2 touchdowns. All right, so.
I'll give you
I-
that. I'll give you that. And then also, how come me and JC haven't been invited to your guys' leagues?
Maybe next year.
I mean, if you want in, you're more than happy to.
Sure, I want
But I mean, we'd probably be the only. There'd probably only be like six people maybe paying attention at that point.
I'm
'Cause
down.
A few other, yeah, I know. So easy wins.
I'm totally
but
down. That
yeah,
works for
shout
me.
out to my GM JoJo for taking over my team and getting me to the championship. So
All right, JoJo.
Good job, Jojo. Good job. Well, that was one question. What was your second question? Oh, get us in the league?
Yeah, just get us in
okay,
the
cool.
league.
Yeah, well.
I like being in as many leagues as possible.
Me too.
You know.
Me too. My fiance doesn't like it, but I like it.
Well,
You know. And then when I win some money, she'll like it. So
boys are for what is it? Boys are for Sundays.
Sundays are for the boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It's
is it Saturdays?
Yeah, it's Saturdays.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll give you guys a homework assignment. On the Pat McAfee show, they call the boys the toxic table. I'd like a nickname for you guys, so I'm going to throw it over to you
Ooh.
guys. We have a name for you guys. So just a homework assignment. Hopefully we got one by the end of the show. So, yeah.
2 fat guys at a table.
No, how am I going to say two fat guys at a table? I don't like that
No,
one.
we
I
don't like
that
that.
one. We don't
We
fat
don't-
shame here.
yeah,
so
we don't
do
do
that
that.
here. We don't do that here. So
We can put it on the poll too.
the
if you guys
Fluffy
come up-
Bunch. How about that? The Fluffy Bunch.
the fluffy bunch. Maybe that's in the lead so
right,
far.
all right.
How
Yeah,
about
I'm gonna
that?
put a poll out there.
Yeah, go ahead. Put the poll out there. Let the people give us the best answer so that we can throw it over to you guys. So we can say, hey, we're throwing it over to the toxic table. You know, something to that effect.
What are they considered?
I don't know.
Like
Or
producers?
I mean, yeah, control room guys. So
Okay.
something. Yeah. I mean, they run the show. Without them, we got nothing. They make us look good. So.
Hey, I just want to make sure I'm specifying so
I
people know
gotcha.
what they're voting for.
I got
here.
you. No, makes sense.
How
makes
about
sense.
Masters in Command?
Masters in Command?
I mean,
We are
hey,
the
masters
masters
in
that
command. What do you guys?
command this whole thing.
A little wordy.
Yeah, it's a little wordy.
I'd like
and it's a
alliteration.
little,
You know,
like,
toxic
you
table.
know,
Alliteration, hopefully, if
Yeah.
possible. Something.
I don't like calling you master anyway.
Control
That's
champs.
weird.
Something.
Control chumps?
Control
Champs.
Something. We'll
Yeah, we'll
figure
work
it out.
on
We'll
it.
figure it out. But anyway, starting off the show, we'd like to get over to our mailbag. DL, we got some mailbag questions,
We
mainly
did.
emails. We love those voicemails, guys. So leave us those voicemails. We'd love to answer those. Love hearing your guys' voices. But our first question from the mailbag comes from Playoff J. Wonder who that could have been. I made it to the championship. Should I start Kirk Cousins versus Green Bay or Russell Wilson versus Detroit?
That's a good
What do you
one.
think, DL?
You know, honestly, wait, what time is the Kirk or the Minnesota game? It's a noon game, right?
I'm guessing. I'm unaware.
Okay. I'm leaning kind of towards, I mean, obviously Russ versus Detroit. However,
Mhm.
Detroit is, they're kind of stepping up.
They are.
In a
See how they
weird,
lost
weird.
that game? Threw an
Did they?
interception at the end. backup quarterback.
I guess I didn't watch.
No, but I mean they look okay. They look okay. Detroit's Detroit. Let's be real.
I would say Russell.
Yeah.
Just because Green Bay's defense, they've gotten a lot of back of some players that were injured.
Yep.
They're just in that phase of we are gonna make the playoffs and we're gonna take a run at the Super Bowl. Like they are just in that zone.
Yep.
So I feel like that it's a safer bet to go with Russ.
Yeah.
So I'll go that route.
I'm with you too. I didn't think he looked bad against the Bears. I thought he looked pretty solid against the Bears. He did have some he does this thing where he just keeps running and like prolongs plays, and sometimes it works
Holds the
out.
ball,
but
yeah.
he does
That's
hold the
just
ball.
his
a little
MO
long.
though.
It
That's
is.
always been his
It really is.
I mean, that's something that but I just feel ever since his injury, he just hasn't been the same.
He has not. I agree with you
Like-
there, but it's Detroit.
It is Detroit, and like honestly, like him throwing a Metcalf,
Looked good.
it did look good. And I want to say Tyler got a couple targets.
Yeah,
but,
Lockett. Yeah, he did.
So we'll see.
I think I'm going Russell Wilson here. I think I'm in agreement with you there. I think I'm going
Yeah.
Russ Wilson, but good question. Good question. Our next question comes from Sleepy Paul. Sleepy Paul asks, should I start Daryl Williams versus the Bengals? Interesting.
Daryl.
Or Jeffrey Wilson versus Houston? Jeff Wilson. But what do you think?
Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
I mean,
threw
that's
me
the
off.
question he asked.
No, it just
whatever.
threw me off. I need the junior.
Okay.
Ooh, that is actually. We have to look at is Mitchell healthy? Is Mitchell healthy?
If Elijah Mitchell plays, I don't know. Honestly, they haven't ruled him out, or they haven't said he's playing yet. It's up in the air. Let's assume he doesn't play.
Okay, if he doesn't play, if it's straight up like head to head.
And then let's assume Clyde Edwards-Helaire doesn't play either, because they did say, I know you guys did say Clyde Edwards-Helaire was questionable.
He's got a
he's.
shoulder.
I would say he's considerably questionable. They're saying week to week at this point, so
Okay.
it's going to be. I mean, you've only got 2 weeks left, so I don't think he's going to probably play. I would say probably not.
Okay. So in a vacuum, let's say that they're the starters for their teams. Who are
Yeah.
you starting?
I'm gonna have to lean towards Daryl Williams.
Daryl. Okay.
Just because he knows the system very well.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He is a solid backup, if not even better. I mean, I've heard arguments saying that he's kind of the better back. And also too, like if we think about Jeff Wilson Jr., like he's had the starting role, and it's not like he's just taking off with it. Like he has like run of the mill mediocrity like starts. So I'm gonna go with what I know and Williams. I mean, maybe Jeff Wilson in like a flux, but I don't trust him just like all of a sudden blowing up and getting 30 points. So
interestingly enough, I have both these running backs in a league in my touchdown-only league, so you can only score by touchdowns. It's the only way you get points. Who do you think will get more touchdowns between the two? Or if any touchdowns between the two? You think Daryl, or you think it'll be Jeff Wilson Jr.?
That's a good one. Honestly, that kind of flip-flops it a little bit because, obviously the 49ers are a very heavy running team, but I'm still going to stick with Williams just because I see a lot of Debo being thrown in the mix a lot.
Yep.
In fact, they use him quite a bit in that, running back kind of format, even though he's a wide receiver. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with Daryl Williams.
Houston looked pretty good last week. They played against the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. Trap game. They won.
Hell?
Yeah, they won. So that Chargers defense is trash, honestly. But they were ravaged by the Covey. So, yeah. I think I'm going with Daryl Williams as well. It's pretty close call, but I agree with you. So
it's interesting. It is a very
it's
interesting
close.
question.
I think it's close. I think it's close.
It's very close because – yeah, Houston, we just want to throw up as garbage. But once again, it's like these really crap teams all of a sudden are like, well, screw you. We're going to play for something. Like you got Detroit, who's kind of stepping up. We got Houston that's like had a day of a game. So speaking of days, let's get to our segment.
Yeah.
Guys who had a day. You like how I did that?
That was perfect.
You like how I kind of flip-flop it?
Yeah.
You like to throw you off?
Yeah, no. In the business, they call that a nice transition.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, once again, here's a list of all the players that had a day for Week 16. These are people that we just thought stood out. You probably did too if you had them on your bench. So, we're going to go up with the first guy, which is obviously Andrew's favorite player in the whole world. Do you actually have the My Buddy of him or like the pillows? Do you have a pillowcase of him?
I mean, I've got his jersey. I do have his LSU jersey, his Bengals jersey, both in black and white. So
dang, dude.
Listen, if the Bears keep going on a complete tilt downhill, I've already said I've thrown out my fandom for him at this point. I'm more than happy to convert over to the Bengals. I'm
Okay.
all for Houday Nation. If this is the
Houday.
way we're gonna go for the hometown team, I'm fully in on Cincy, baby.
Yeah, and it's not that far of a draw. You could actually probably see a couple games too.
Yeah.
But he went bananas, man. Joe Burrow had the fourth most passing yards in NFL history.
Can we pump the brakes? He brought something up really good. If you didn't root for the Bears, who would you root for? Just curious.
Ooh, you know what? I've always liked Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But they're kind of similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually digging the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals a lot too.
Yeah, or even the Colts.
The Colts too. Yeah.
But I would if it was like if I had to turn in my Bears membership card and choose a new team,
Like if they don't fire Nagy or Pace,
oh god,
that you might do it.
that might actually do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arizona Cardinals.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I really do like that.
They're exciting.
I really do like
Yeah.
that. I think I'm with Andrew. I think I'd become a Bengals fan. I'm a big Joe Mixon guy, big, and I like Burrow a lot too.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of cool. I mean, they're young, they're fun. You know, their receiving core is Chase and Higgins.
Yeah.
doing
I
very
mean,
well.
they're the first team in NFL history with a 4,000-yard passing quarterback, 2,000-yard receivers, and a 1,000-yard rusher. So since he's on a roll right now, but if I had to choose another team, I'm all about New Orleans.
Ooh.
That's my other. That's like my other go-to team because I love Drew Brees. Marquise Colston was one of my favorites, but I don't like the quarterback that played for them last night, Ian Book. No more Notre Dame quarterbacks. So, but otherwise, New Orleans is like a second home to me. So I'd be all about the Saints.
Okay. Double D, you got a second team?
Both of my favorite teams are close to rebuilding. So if I had to pick a team right now that I would probably jump on if I quit rooting for Atlanta Falcons or the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'd probably go with the Chargers.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I can see that.
Huge Justin Herbert fan. Called him as probably being the best quarterback out of that draft class. So, yeah, I'd go Chargers right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like the Bengals are just fun, dude.
They're
'cause
fun, yeah.
They're just so young, and like they're only going to get better.
Yep.
Right. I mean, even last Sunday, Joe Burrow, what was it, 525 yards and 4
insane.
touchdowns? That's
Insane.
nuts.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was going to do well, but I didn't think he was going to go bananas like that.
Yep.
Another great guy that had a day would be T. Higgins. He actually caught 12 of 13 targets for 194 yards and count them, two touchdowns. So he had a hell of a day. He did even better than Lamar Chase. So yeah, if you had him on your bench, I feel kind of bad for you.
Yeah, I had him on my bench, but it didn't matter. Still won by like 60 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably would have beat you too.
All right, we're going to keep going with Josh Allen completing 30 of 37 passes for 314 yards, 3 touchdowns with the Bills. They actually won. The Bills won 33-21 against those New England Patriots. So I think that's pretty awesome just because I think a lot of people kind of chalked it up to an easy win for New England since they pretty much beat the pants off them last game. But like I said, anything can happen on a Sunday. We got Dak Prescott, which if you guys stuck around and watched the whole game of Sunday night, good for you, but I did not because it was a blowout by halftime. He completed 28 out of 39 passes for 330 yards, 4 TDs. So that game, it was literally over by the first half. I think it was like 41-3 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
That Washington defense is just not good.
Yeah, did you see the punch?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
I
but it's
saw
good
it
to see
too.
Dak get back, get right again. So that's good. He's
Yeah.
been in the slump. So
Honestly, and we're going to get to the end of this, but
Yeah.
I feel like Dallas is really starting to get hot at the right time. So we'll see what happens.
yeah. Speaking of hot, our boy that we never recommend
Yeah.
got hot.
Oh,
Rex
Lord.
Burkhead had 22 carries, a total of 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He looked unbelievable. Are you going to stream him this week? What do you think?
No,
Yeah, me either. I don't
no.
know. You think it was a fluke game?
I don't like him.
Yeah, fluke.
I don't know why I don't like him. I just don't. You ever had that kid in high school that didn't do anything wrong to you, but you
just didn't
you
like?
just want to punch him in the face?
Yeah.
But because he had like a punch.
Rex, we're not punching you in the face, Rex. That's not what we're saying, but I know what you mean.
I might. Andrew, did you hate
Dude,
someone?
you want no business with Rex.
Well, here's the thing with Rex Burkhead. I understand what he's saying because it's like you had all year to be like this kind of talented running back.
Yeah.
Which clearly, I mean, the Texans are kind of like all over the place. Like
Yeah,
they
all over
just
the place
beat the
bad.
pants off the Chargers and everything. So how the hell do you go from being like one of the – I still think they're the worst team maybe in the NFL. And now all of a sudden it's like now you're playing consistent football. That's kind of like too little too late at this point.
Yeah, and like you're ruining your chances at the draft too. So you're like really just like it's a double doinker.
Yeah. Double doinker, this guy. Hey, we just got a question. So before
Sure.
we finish our segment, want to answer this question. It came in on YouTube from Smokey the Cat.
Whoa.
He says, hey, guys, I'm worried about my tight end, who's currently Mike Gesicki. On the waiver wire is Jared Cook, Cameron Brate, Mo Alley Cox, Tyler Conklin, and Darren Waller. Dang, Darren Waller got dropped. Any of these guys you'd rather have over Gesicki?
I know there's been some scuttlebutt about Brate. I mean, that's
If
tough.
Waller plays, it's Waller by a mile.
Yeah, exactly.
But if he doesn't play, I think the one guy I would pick is Conklin. He's been decent.
I was gonna say Conklin. I really was. Yeah, I don't think Waller is gonna play. It just doesn't. He hasn't played since Thanksgiving and
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and he's still like.
He did practice, though, this week.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely go that because, yeah, the other ones, the matchups suck. Like, Jared Cook going against the Broncos. No, thank you. Don't want any of that. And yeah, Cameron Brate, you just don't know if he's going to get the targets.
No, I don't think so.
You really don't. So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Conklin all the way. If Waller does play, he's probably like a top 10 tight end regardless. He is coming back, so yeah, I don't expect him to blow it out of the water, but I would put my money on that.
What's up, Andrew?
I would say for tight ends, if again, this is another Bengals dude, CJ Uzomah.
Yep.
I think if you're looking for somebody who's going to be a little bit consistent this week, considering that they're taking on the Chiefs, I think he's going to find himself open a little bit. So if he's available, I would go with him.
That's a good call, too.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And to be quite honest, that was a one-off against the Saints. That secondary is really good. Their linebackers are really good at stopping tight ends. So Gesicki, I have Gesicki, and he's averaged 10 points or more over like the last 6 games. This was just a little bit of a bad game for him. So I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, going back to CJ though, Uzomah, he's just like boomer bust though. He's so risky. Like I don't trust him.
Here's what I would say. When your
But-
quarterback throws for 500 yards,
Yeah, okay.
maybe 70, 80 could be yours. So
maybe.
it's crazy. It's crazy. So
Okay.
it's a good question, though. It's a
Yeah,
good
I
question.
like it.
There
I
are
like-
some
I like
options.
the live ones.
Yeah.
The live questions are fun.
Yeah.
Keep
Jumping
'em
back
coming.
to guys that had a day. DL. Justin Jackson, man.
Yeah.
On 11 carries, he had 64 total yards, but 2 touchdowns. And then receiving, he had 8 receptions for 98 receiving yards.
Yeah, he stepped right in. And it's crazy to think too, because usually you expect a little bit of a setback, with
Yeah.
a different running back, but not this time. And I'm glad he didn't fumble.
That's true,
That
too.
was huge,
That's true, too.
especially at the goal line.
Yeah, it's true, too.
And then, of course, we had Mark Andrews once again having a day. Pretty similar to last week. He had 8 receptions, 125 yards, and 1 TD. But the real name of the game here was those 4 explosive plays.
Yep.
He's playing on a different mindset. Even with the quarterback issues they have, which kind of makes sense why he's been having back-to-back days. But yeah, great job, Mark Andrews.
Yep.
Thank you. And last but not least, a guy that I dropped too early, but he had a day with the Patriots, Damian Harris, 103 yards and 3 TDs.
3?
3.
Dang.
I must have liked him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good running back. He's probably the most talented they have in their backfield. I'm a big Ramondre Stevenson fan, but he didn't play. So seeing Damian do that is really encouraging for this fantasy playoffs.
But it begs the question of this.
Mhm.
Does Buffalo have an issue with, stopping the run? Because Jonathan Taylor had no problem running against them either.
Yeah.
So,
It sounds like it, honestly. And that's a good question.
and
That's
who is
a good
Buffalo actually playing this week?
Yeah. Take a look.
Bueller? They're going against the Falcons. All right.
They're going to run all over your Falcons, Double D.
Cordell Patterson might have a day.
Hey, did you see the clip of Cordero this weekend? So he was
Giving the
walking
ball?
out. Dude, yeah. He saw this little girl and this little boy with their mom, and the little boy had a football, and the little girl was crying. And he asked the mom, why is she crying? And the mom's like, hey, it's because he got a ball, but she didn't. So he went and got her a football and came right back. Gotta love him, honestly.
Yeah. Like, he's just a good dude. It's that Chicago, the Midwestern kind of, hold on, I got you. Give me
See if you can find that clip and then share it on our Twitter so everyone can take a look.
Okay.
We'll do that. We'll do that right now, actually. We'll find that clip, throw it up. It should be up after these quick commercials.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. The boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
Back. Andrew, that commercial with that yellow hair, man, you were going Super Saiyan there, huh? Love it. Got to get you back into that.
Bueller.
Sorry, what was that again?
I said that yellow hair, we got to get you back to that. You were going Super
well,
Saiyan.
You know what? I mean, listen, it was because everything was going wrong in the studio at one point.
Sounds like
And
it.
then I said I would do it because if everything would go right, I'd dye the hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, it did the next show.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do it. So I mean, maybe if we do another bet like that, or
Okay.
if people want to pay me money to do it, I'd be more than happy to. I did say I'd do silver for charity maybe at some point. So we'll see. Like I said, if I can get out of my other job, I might just go rainbow one day. Who knows? We might go all different kinds of colors. But if people want to give me money, I'm more than happy to change my hair then. So
Is it really all about the money? Is that what it's about? Don't you want to look awesome?
I mean, it helps. I mean, let me
That's fair.
let me be honest. Ask you, Dustin. If somebody said, "Would you change your hair color for free?" Would you do it?
Yeah, it depends on the color.
Okay. All right.
The
If it
answer
was
is no.
something crazy
No,
though, if it
no.
was something like yellow, green, orange, thing like that.
I feel you. I definitely do. I'd probably go. One time I dyed my hair black, and I looked like Elvis, and that was pretty awesome.
Do you have pictures of that?
I do. And then the
Are they on
girl.
your Instagram?
No, it was back in high school before.
They on
the
your
internet.
Facebook? Oh, before
No.
the internet.
Like really before the internet.
Dang. So in the early 90s.
But here's the story too. I did it, and I looked like Elvis, and I thought it looked awesome. But the girl I was dating at the time freaked out because we were about to go to homecoming.
Oh, shoot.
So we went to the Jewels,
The jewels.
and bought blonde.
No.
Yes.
So you went from black to blonde?
But it wasn't.
Oh, no.
See, well, what happened was,
Oh,
is
no.
if you guys have never dyed your hair before, going from black to blonde is not a good idea. So what happened is the chunk of my hair right here was like bright yellow, and then it faded to orange. I looked like I had. It actually looked kind of cool.
So you look
I'll
like
have
Andy
to find
Dalton.
that picture. But
Are you ready, Dustin?
I'm ready.
So my hair, obviously I'm bald now, but there is a specific reason why I am bald.
What happened? You dyed your hair?
When I was high school, I pretty much dyed my hair every color that you could imagine. My last dye job before I left for college, I went onyx black and kept the bright red full goatee.
That's awesome.
Oh, wait,
That's
it
actually
gets
amazing.
better. Then I had my cousins put it into dreads.
What? You like Slipknot? Are you a Slipknot fan?
I was a hardcore metal fan, but I was never a Slipknot fan. That was a little
Korn?
past my time.
Korn?
Korn.
I can see that.
There you
I
go.
can see the Korn. I
There
can
you
see
go.
with like that.
But I
Enter
head
with a
off to
bullet
college,
t-shirt.
and my mother looks at me a week before I go to college and says, "I will not have you look like that as your first impression to your professors. We're going to the salon." I had 3 bleach treatments in 3 hours.
Whoa.
My hair went from Ric Flair bleach blonde at the roots to fire engine red at the tips by the end of it.
Yeah.
And then out of your scalp right after that, huh?
Makes sense.
And then it all decided it wanted to fall out afterwards.
It was pissed off at you. That's for sure.
There you go.
Well, a reminder, don't take hair tips from this show, just fantasy ones, okay? Because, yeah. Just saying. Just saying. Well, anyway, speaking of hair falling out and things falling off, a lot of players fell off, got hurt.
Actually, this week wasn't too bad.
Really?
Yeah. Did you see the list?
Yeah, I saw the list, but anytime someone gets hurt, it sucks.
I mean, it sucks. I mean, it's not the best when
I
someone
have a
gets
few
hurt.
of these guys, man. It sucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Let
yeah,
me try.
I keep forgetting this is a championship.
It is. It
You
is.
know?
Oh, hey, time out. We just got a question.
What? From who?
We just got a question. Smokey the Cat again.
Oh, Smokey.
Smokey asks, "Hey guys, any help is appreciated. I need 2 wide receivers. Here's the list: Deontay Johnson, Amari Cooper, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Michael Gallup, and Antonio Brown. Need 2 wide receivers."
Definitely AB, Antonio Brown for sure.
Okay.
You know, I'm kind of liking St. Brown, dude.
You looked solid.
I don't know. That's maybe
crazy.
a flex.
Can you believe here's where we're at? That's crazy.
Yeah. I would put St. Brown in a flex, and I would go...
I'd rank them in this way. I'd go AB 1. I'd go Cooper 2. Deontay 3, St. Brown 4.
I mean, you said Cooper, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I would do that too,
yeah.
just because I was trying to see who the Steelers were playing. They're playing the Browns. So I think this might be like, because, I mean,
Deontay
I'm
looks
good with that.
Deontay looks
Deontay's
good, too.
looking good. Just the last 2 weeks, not so good.
What's up, Drew?
Not going to lie.
I was going to say for Deontay Johnson and the Steelers, even though it seems like Big Ben is pretty much fed up with Chase Claypool,
Yeah.
he's starting to find Claypool more open now. So it feels like Johnson's getting less of a chance to kind of get looks.
I was going to say, the
More on-
last 2 weeks, he hasn't really been that guy, the guy.
He's kind of getting shut down. They're not letting him be able to sprint out and run the deep routes. So it's killing him right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Cooper would, especially against that Arizona team. Like, I think that will be a good one because Arizona's D has been kind of sucking lately.
They got a good D line and a good
I just feel like it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's a shootout. But
Yeah.
anyways.
He then asks, "I need 2 running backs.
Ooh.
Brandon Jacobs. I got Sony. I got Ronald Jones, Dalvin Cook, Tony Pollard."
Definitely, he needs 2 of them.
Yep.
Dalvin Cook for sure.
Yep. I'm with you there.
So maybe Sony Michel, but I would check that because Cam Akers is kind of getting thrown in the mix. But I would go with Sony. I would definitely go with Sony and Cook.
So
flipping it back.
So Cook, Sony, Ronald Jones in that order.
Yes.
I would say if Dalvin's healthy, because I think he's still questionable at this point, maybe.
Yeah.
He's on the vid list. So.
But once they take him off.
He's not right. He's on the vid list. So I would say right now Sony Michel and
Rojo, maybe?
yeah, I would go with Ronald Jones.
Okay. He looks
Just because
good.
I feel like he's consistent with
with
what they're doing. Unless Keyshawn Vaughn wants
Yeah,
to
that
just
son of a-
vulture a
stealing some things
touchdown.
away.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
mad.
all he did, too. He didn't do
I know.
anything else.
Vulture.
Yeah. So I think to answer your question, Smokey, at wide receiver we're going AB Cooper. At running back we're going Cook if he plays, then Sony, then Rojo.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. So
That's
hopefully that helps.
Man, I love these like live questions. It's
Yeah,
just
me
kind of
too.
nice. It's refreshing.
Yeah, they're good.
Makes
They're
me
good.
feel like people are paying attention.
Dr. DL.
yes.
Lots of injuries this past week. You said there's not a lot, but enough to really hurt you.
Well,
so.
I mean, I would say usually this list, it takes me like
Pretty
a good
long.
20 minutes to get
Yeah.
through. So anyways, we'll get to it. The first one, which is, it kind of sucks. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was ruled out in the second half of Sunday's game with a collarbone injury, but update, it's more of a bruised shoulder. So something to monitor, but I mean, yeah, I would probably try to get Daryl Williams if you can. This one sucks. James Robinson was ruled out
So
of
early,
the game.
man.
Super early in the game. He suffered a torn Achilles, which it's got to be the most painful injury known to man. And he was carted off, too. This wasn't just like, oh, he's getting help. Like, they brought the card out. So that really sucks. That's going to be probably a pivot move. I don't think he's going to play. Andrew.
I don't want to say this, but I will just for the sake of it. Somewhere Urban Meyer's being like, see, I told you all. I knew I was right.
Yeah,
As
screw
he's
Urban Meyer.
screaming into a box somewhere.
Fuck you, Urban Meyer. So, and then we had Miles Sanders, which was crazy too.
That's my boy.
In the middle of the game, this is what sucks, is in the middle of the game they get injured and you can't do anything. But he was ruled out against the Giants. He hurt his hand.
He didn't
Kinda
hurt
need
it.
that.
Broke it.
Oh, he broke it?
Yeah. So, yeah, it sucks.
Glad I
man.
have my nurse JC here.
Yeah,
to
it
help
sucks.
Me out.
It sucked. I needed him, and he went out, got like 4 or 5 points. It is what it is. Screw fantasy in this point. Hopefully he's okay. But he did release a tweet, said he was really frustrated, that he gives football his all, and he loves the Eagles fans, and
That's
he'll be
nice.
back as soon as he can.
I'm figuring that would be your second team because you're always talking about the Eagles, man. Mm-hmm. You're like a Philly guy. Anyways, last but not least, Carson Wentz made the vid list. This came over right before we started the show. So if you had him started, which I doubt a lot of people did, it's time to pivot because he's probably not going to play this game. So
Yeah,
and that's it.
That's it.
That's all our That's all of our injuries.
That's not too bad.
I know, right? Like usually I'm like, oh, Cottonmouth, and I got like the weird crusty spit thing in the corner.
Yep, I've seen it
and-
before. Yep.
I hate you. Anyways,
But anyway, that's not that bad of a list, honestly. Hopefully these players come back.
Not too major. Not too major.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Something that is major is these waiver wire ads.
Yes, they are.
Can't wait. So we're going to let you know who to add for Waiver Wire Wednesday. As a reminder, the players that we name are going to be rostered in 50% or less of Yahoo Fantasy Leagues. We'll start out with the running back. He's not my number one ad, okay? But he is somebody who could help you in the playoffs.
I hate this guy.
Rex Burkhead. Unfortunately, we're recommending Rex Burkhead again here. Yeah, he's
Wow.
14% rostered, only 14%. Imagine all the teams that could have used him. But he's getting the bulk of the carries. And honestly, if DJ doesn't come back, if David Johnson doesn't come back, he's going to be the lead guy to get all the touches. And it's going to be interesting to see just how much he can produce. He's got a pretty tough matchup this week, though. Do you know who the Texans play this week?
Yes, I do. And DJ is still dealing with a quad.
Yeah.
But the Houston Texans are going up against those 49ers.
It's a better run defense than the Chargers.
Yeah,
so it's going to
for
be
sure.
it's going to be close whether you start him or not. But if you need a running back, let's say that, I don't know, you lost Miles Sanders or Clyde Edwards-Helaire or both, like I did. Rex Burkhead is a guy you could probably pick up and
Would you start
throw
him
in
or
that
flex
spot.
him?
I mean, if I don't have running backs in the league, I literally just
okay.
lost. I had James Robinson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Miles Sanders. I lost all three. So I'm going to be
That
picking up
sucks.
these running backs. So yeah,
You're
Rex
going to pick up
Burkhead.
Rex?
Yes, I have to. I have no
Wow.
choice. I had Justin Jackson, but he's not going to start this week because Austin Eckler's coming back. So yeah, I'm in a pickle. The next running back we're going to recommend.
Actually, two.
Oh yeah, played for the Bears. The first guy is Jordan Howard. He's questionable to start this week. He had a stinger, so he might play. The next guy, DL.
Boston Scott. He's back, baby.
Yeah.
He's only 15% rostered.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's kind of a toss-up between the two, to be perfectly honest. I would lean more towards Jordan Howard.
Me too, if he plays.
If he plays. But Boston Scott, especially in PPR formats, might not be a bad little dude to pick up.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. I'm with you there. The next guy, DL.
You would. Daryl Ogleboali.
Dare. Ogunbowale.
Dare. Ogleboali.
Dare Ogunbowale.
Dare Ogleboali.
Ogunbowale.
Yeah, this
Ogunbowale.
guy. Anyways, Dare, as we'll call him, is
Dio.
Dio. Do pick him up if you can.
Do pick him up. He's 1% rostered, so he's going to be available.
Yeah, he's going to be available. He's a backup to James Robinson. However, it is Jacksonville, so yeah, I don't know how excited you are about starting him in a really crappy offense, but he is there, and I believe they are going against someone. They're going against the Patriots. So,
And I don't think Belichick's game planning to stop him. So
yeah, but their defense is just
it's good.
It's
Top
good.
3.
And it's so yeah, that would be. I would add that to the bottom of possible waivers.
I might have to play him, honestly.
I mean, you may have to play him, but if you don't, I would probably not play him.
Let me give you another name. It's not on our list. Sorry to the boys over there, but Jeff Wilson Jr. I think he's a guy. If Elijah Mitchell doesn't start, he doesn't play. Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to be
we've had
good.
him.
Oh, we have. But we don't have him on the list this week, which is okay. Just a guy who I'll throw out there. I did pick him up in a league somehow magically, and I'm going to start him. So. We'll see what happens, honestly.
Yeah, the bad part is that he is rostered at 70%
Gotcha.
on Yahoo.
Mm-hmm.
So if he may be out there, though. He
might.
really might, because it's not like...
It's not a sexy name, man.
Yeah, it's not.
So
worth a look. Worth a look, at least.
Yep. Jumping over to wide receivers, Kadarius Toney of the New York Giants.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, he's 22% rostered. The talent's there, honestly. He was a first-round pick.
Yeah, I like him.
You can see the talent there. It's just a matter of who's throwing him the freaking ball, honestly. It's terrible. It's terrible. You see the graphic about Mike Glennon where they showed his neck and all the money that other teams paid him? That shit was hilarious.
Did we get that graphic?
No, I don't think so, but it's pretty good.
You slipped
No,
it.
we don't have that graphic, but we can find it on social media.
Yeah,
I
pretty
do
good.
know I found it somewhere, so we can definitely get it up on social media.
Okay, I'll throw it up there, too.
Throw it up there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just the quarterback. Who's going back there? Is Mike Glennon, is he coming back anytime soon?
So
then they
the
go to
word
third
is
string?
that Jake Fromm, the former Bills backup quarterback, will be taking the starting snaps, it sounds like. So and he's at least more consistent, I would say.
He can't be
than
worse.
Mike
There's no
Glennon.
way.
He could not do worse,
Nope.
I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could always do worse, but not that bad.
Then Mike Glennon.
Yeah, that's true.
Next wide receiver we were going to recommend was a star this past weekend. Isaiah McKenzie of the Buffalo Bills.
What is going on in
1%
Buffalo?
rostered. Honestly, what it is Gabriel Davis was out, and they were
that's right.
Yeah, they were doubling Stephon Diggs. So Isaiah McKenzie was the benefactor, and honestly got tons of targets. What do you have? 11 catches for 125 yards.
Yeah.
So
you're right on it. 125 yards.
Yep, insane production. But Isaiah McKenzie, I don't know how if I would rush to the waiver wire to add him, but
because
you're in a
it's
pickle,
it's honestly such a question mark because earlier in the year we were talking about Emmanuel Sanders being
boy.
a guy,
Yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden it flipped over to the Colt, Beasley, and you're like, oh, okay. And then Gibson came in the picture, and now this dude's coming in.
Yep.
Ugh, I tell you.
Yeah.
Tough tinsel.
The next receiver deal, I think I'd rather start. I'd rather pick up honestly over McKenzie.
Alan Lazar.
Yep.
I don't know why you make me say the Green Bay Packers
Because I
names.
know you hate Green Bay.
I hate it. I was just like, really, you're gonna toss it to me again, you son of a gun.
Yeah.
He's rostered at 24%. Val Scantley was on the Covey list.
Yep.
So it was no surprise that Allen actually got a touchdown. So they're going up against Minnesota this upcoming week.
They always play Minnesota really well too. So
Yeah, they do. So in Minnesota's defense has been struggling late in games. So even if this guy doesn't pop off right away, he may later on. So worth a ad for sure.
Since that lets you pick a Green Bay Packer player, I'll let you
thank
take the
you.
next player at tight end. We jump over to tight ends. DL, who you picking up?
This is no surprise. We kind of recommended him last week, which was weird because he was rostered at 43%. However, this week when I did the numbers, he was only rostered at 27.
So he got dropped.
So he got dropped by a lot. I don't know if that's because of us or what.
I know, probably because he dropped himself, like he drops passes. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Anyways, if you're desperate, this is the guy that I would add. He's hopefully going to get in the red zone at some point. And I think the Bears are actually playing against the Giants. So this might be a really good streaming option. Probably
Stream a lot of Bears.
Stream of the
honestly.
week?
Yeah.
Stream
Maybe.
of the week?
At tight end? Yeah.
Yeah, going against the Giants, I would say go for it. And especially with Allen Robinson, if he remains out, he's going to be a solid PPR option for sure. So moving on to our other tight end,
Brevin Jordan.
I've been talking about this guy.
Houston Texans tight end. He's 1% rostered, so he's more than likely available in all your leagues. He's not going to, go crazy this week, but solid little tight end, somebody who is getting looks. Mills has been finding him. So
Yeah, it's Houston.
Yeah,
So
not much to say there.
keep in mind it's Houston. They're going up against those 49ers. So, yeah.
Yep.
Be cautious a little bit.
Jumping over to QB, a guy that I drafted and was high on this year, thinking that
everyone
he'd play.
was.
Yeah, Trey Lance. Didn't really play much, but Trey Lance, San Francisco 49ers quarterback, he's 12% rostered. Jimmy Garoppolo suffered a significant thumb injury just past week, and it looks like he's not going to play. So
Yeah.
Trey Lance is in line to start, and we're going to see.
I guess, like, how confident would you be starting him in your championship?
Not very confident. There
Okay.
are super deep leagues where you have, you have to start 2 quarterbacks.
I was going to say, okay.
And super flex leagues. Let's say, you're in one of those leagues and, I don't know, you lost, throw out a quarterback that got hurt. You lost Jimmy Garoppolo. So now you got to pick up Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Or you lost Justin Fields, or you lost, a number of quarterbacks. It's a decent guy who will probably, make his money running this week. So,
Or if you're like Dave in the toilet bowl, this might be a guy just to grab to see what he can do.
yeah, it's true.
I'm there too, buddy. I'm just saying.
It's true.
I can't get him.
It's true. The next quarterback we're going to recommend, DL?
Once again, bear down those Chicago Bears. We're going to go with Justin Fields again.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we kind of jumped the gun a little bit because we were unaware of his ankle injury, so he did not play against Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think him going up against the Giants defense, which is not
Bad.
that great.
Yeah.
Really bad. I think he's going to do well. I mean, he's averaging probably 201.7 passing yards. And he's got those legs under him, which he's averaging about 51 yards per game.
Nice.
So right in the middle, I think that might actually be a decent guy, Once again, if you're not feeling too confident in the Trey, Justin Fields is definitely a good one to add.
Yep. So he's averaging 13 points a game just based on yards thrown and rushing. So any touchdowns is gravy. So, yeah, I like that. Jumping over to defenses that we think you should stream this week. The Bears defense is 29% rostered, but they take on the Giants, as we said, so would be happy to stream them.
Yeah,
the
and
Titans,
they'll be available.
Yeah, they will be available. The Titans, who are 55% rostered, they might be available in your league. They take on the Miami Dolphins, so it's another defense I'd be interested in starting. You're not?
I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. But no, I say go for it because they got a great line.
Yeah.
I always talk about how bad their secondary is, though. So
that makes sense, yeah.
Something kind of monitor.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
And the last defense there we'd recommend to stream. They're 61% rostered, but they may be available in your league. A lot of leagues right now have locked rosters, so nobody else can make ads but you and your opponent. So 61% rostered is the Pittsburgh Steelers that take on Cleveland. That would be a nice little defense to stream.
And can't stop TJ Watt, man.
Yeah, no.
He's deadly.
No, you can't. It looks like we have some more Russian bots in our stream. So welcome back. Can we say any Russian words, guys? What do we got? Anything?
До свидания.
What's What does that mean?
Vodka.
Do we know what that means?
That's the only thing I know from Russian, which is hello, how are you? Can I get a bowl of soup, please?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like it. I thought it might be something about their moms or something.
Yeah, I thought it was something bad.
I haven't learned that yet. I'm working on it, though.
Well, we'll be working on it and come back with some more Russian for you guys after a few brief messages. Welcome back. DL, it's been a fantastic episode and honestly a fantastic fantasy season.
Yeah. That's kind of, I just realized
honestly,
it's our last one.
Yeah, for now. We'll do off-season shows, don't worry. But it's been fantastic, man. It's been a pleasure working alongside you this year and with the boys in the studio. Yeah.
Likewise. Even though you piss me off sometimes.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
It's all right, though. It's all right.
We're moving on to our final stud and dud of the season.
Oh, God, here we go.
Let's see who you picked this week. Hopefully, it's not somebody who is an obvious choice.
Obvious choice. You know what? It's not.
Oh,
it's not an obvious choice. I'm going with my stud this week, Odell Beckham.
Ooh.
I know. Hold on before everyone
It's not
jumps
bad.
down my throat,
It's not bad.
okay? Because they are actually going up against Baltimore. And as you saw, their secondary sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Real bad. So I feel like, obviously Cooper Kupp is a duh. He's going to be the guy who gets a lot of targets. But Beckham has actually caught 4 touchdowns since joining the Rams. He was the only one who caught a touchdown last week. So I think he's going to have a good game and hopefully help you win your championship.
Nice. I like that call. Who's your dud?
Dud of the week, which is going to surprise a lot of people because I've been very high on this guy all season long, but Kyler Murray.
Ooh.
I don't know what's going on. He just doesn't feel like he's really he's doing that well. And anytime he plays like a above 500 team, he struggles. Like we saw him against Green Bay, did not do well. He didn't do good against the Detroit Lions. So
Ever since DeAndre got hurt,
seriously,
honestly, it's been downhill for him.
Dave,
2 words, 1 player, DeAndre Hopkins. That is why Kyler Murray is struggling.
yeah, but it's just crazy though because he has so many other weapons than that, and you
He
feel like
does,
a lot
and
of teams.
and I freely admit that. And if he'd be looking in the middle of the field and seeing Zach Ertz, I think his worries would go away.
Makes sense.
But he just doesn't for some reason, and it's like DeAndre Hopkins was his crutch.
It really was. I mean, even with AJ Green, I think he got on his bad list because of that Green Bay game, obviously. But it's just like this whole season, man. I think it's all of a sudden, I think they just got in the mindset. Maybe they haven't realized that they're still playing in the regular season and they're just kind of moving on to the playoffs, but still got to make the playoffs.
Some quarterbacks can play when, their stars go down, like Pat Mahomes was playing with Byron Pringle and Nicole Hardman and Daryl Williams. Like, come on, he can
actually,
do with Kyler. Or use your legs, too. I've seen so many opportunities where he can run and he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, Tyreek Hill didn't have a great game.
Nope.
So, that goes to show you, man, it's just, I don't know. Because I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Christian Kirk, what about him? He's
pretty good. Rondell Moore's pretty good, too. Yeah, they got talent. I don't know.
Well, that's why he's a dud. I would be hesitant to even start him this week. I just feel like Dallas, as I mentioned before, is on that hot streak. And Diggs, Diggs has the quarterback Diggs has ridiculous.
Trayvon,
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs has gotten interception close to every game.
Yeah,
he's up
trying
there.
to break Deion's record. What's up, Andrew? What you got?
So let me just ask you, gentlemen. So if you had a choice between Kyler Murray and Joe Burrow for this week, who are you going with?
You got matchups for me?
Yes, I do. So obviously, we did mention that Kyler Murray's going up against Dallas.
Yep.
Joe Burrow's going against Kansas City.
Yep.
So that's a noon game. I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow, dude. I think this might be one of those a throwback to when the Rams played Kansas City back in 2018, and it was ridiculous amount of points. It was 54-50 or something crazy. It was nuts. I think it might be a blowout. I really do.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going Joe Burrow too.
Yeah,
which is crazy, but here we are.
I don't trust him, especially when he struggles so badly against Detroit. He just struggled he struggled.
He did.
And it does not make sense. Anyways.
Yeah, he did.
Moving on.
My stud this week, my boy, Rashad Penny.
Woo!
Yeah, he played well last week. He did well for me. Didn't matter because I still lost to my boy Tim. But I'm going Rashad Penny this week. He takes on Detroit, who does not have one of the better run defenses. They're not.
Although
very good.
I mentioned last week that my dud was going to be Cordell Patterson, and I was kind of right.
He did have a touchdown.
Yeah, he did have a touchdown, but he struggled.
Yeah.
So just FYI.
Yeah, I got Rashad Penny this week as my stud. I expect him to, go for at least 100 yards.
100.
Yeah. My dud this week is based more on injury than anything else, but it's Antonio Gibson. He takes on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, I like that one.
I just don't think, honestly, he's that healthy, man. He's been finding a way to be fantasy relevant. Obviously, he's a stud when he's healthy.
Yeah.
He scored a touchdown this past week, but he didn't really look that good.
And honestly, I've kind of mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again. The Phillies D is legit. They scored, for me, in my standard league, scored 16 points. 16. So they're a very high-scoring defense, fantasy purpose-wise, and they're gonna feast off of Heineke.
And just to show you how unhealthy I think he is, he got out touched by Jarrett Patterson last week. Antonio Gibson did. Yeah.
Lord.
So he only had 6 carries for 29 yards. He did have 2 receptions for 29 yards as well. But honestly, when you're being out-touched by, a less than stellar running back in Jarrett Patterson, I think it's because they know that you're not healthy.
I believe so, definitely. And maybe they're just, I don't know what they're saving them for. Are they still in the hunt? Washington's still up there?
I don't believe they are.
Anyone?
No,
Bueller?
they lost
No?
last week.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought, well, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think they were in the hunt if they would have won, but
Yeah, they're 6-9.
yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Gotta love the NFL, though. Extra wild card spots. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be another fun week of actual football, but an even more fun week of fantasy football.
I actually have a surprise for you, JC.
Oh, shoot. What do we got?
I do.
Is there a picture of me or something?
No, not this time.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe we'll work on a blooper reel.
Okay.
We're going to do another show. Sit start this Thursday.
That's my surprise?
That's your surprise. Get ready.
Wow. It'll be our final sit start of the
Final.
year.
You get one more with us.
It's going to be interesting.
Maybe we'll bring our moms.
What time? What time can people expect us on Thursday?
I don't know. What are you thinking?
I don't know. Shit. What do you guys think, boys?
What would be a good sit start show?
Like time-wise?
Yeah.
I only asked because we can't do this shit without you guys. So.
Yeah,
Right,
basically.
yeah. Well, I tend to try and get up around like 1 or 2 o'clock, so
1 or 2 o'clock.
Damn,
Trying to
dude.
get up.
Jesus.
I could probably try and get up a little bit early. Listen, man,
That's
I
fine, we
work
could do-
and then I gotta go to bed, so
We could do whatever time you want.
no, that's fine. We probably do like 2 o'clock. Let's
Okay.
shoot for 2.
2 o'clock. Well, catch us this Thursday at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock.
Start sit time.
We are
It'll be
going to
good.
do it. Dave chapped my ass a little bit.
Yeah, did he? What'd he say?
He was like, you guys got to start at the same time. Same time all the time because of our fans.
Shit happens, though.
Yeah.
We can't dictate it.
And,
We're
like, you
doing this on the
know,
job right now.
hey.
I think we're on the clock.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're literally on
You
the
want
clock right
this to
now.
be as big as you want it to be. Show must go on.
Very true.
It's very true. I'm
And
glad
it
Dave's
must
here.
be consistent, boys.
It's true. Needed that.
Dave's
extra
like that
little push.
stepdad, right?
Yeah.
Where you're just like, you kind of look at him and you go like this, and you're saving to say, you're not my dad, but you got to wait till
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
Anyways, you're not my dad, Dave.
Did you guys think of a
I think
name?
I am older than you guys too.
Think you
so
are.
That goes
Look older, but
hand in hand.
anyway, did you guys come up with a name
Yeah.
for the table? What's up?
TBD. Well,
TBD.
we'll announce on Thursday. How about that? We'll announce on Thursday for the special show.
All right, well, send me over the possible names so I can throw up on our poll, and we'll let our fans decide because they should tweet us or follow us at tweetffg.
Yeah. Speaking of, that's it for today's show. DL, fantastic show as always.
Okay.
We do want to remind people to catch us on Thursday.
Thursday.
At 2 p.m.
Central Standard.
2 p.m. Make sure you have your questions ready. DL, if they have any questions, where can they find us on Twitter?
Tweet FFG.
Yep. And if they want to ask us questions, start sit questions, fantasy football related questions,
Hair
life
dye
questions,
Hair dye.
hair dye questions, life
Yeah.
advice, whatever you want. What
Yeah.
hashtag can they use?
Ask us FFG.
If they don't use Twitter and they use emails, what email can they send those email questions over to?
Ask us FFG at gmail.com.
Awesome. And if they want to hear my lovely voice and leave a voicemail or talk to me in real time, where can they call us, DL?
Area code 708-655-4508.
I'm surprised I haven't had that many. I've had some spam calls, but nothing really related to this.
Maybe it's just because I don't know.
Yeah, these Russian bots are here, though. You'd think I'd
Yeah.
hear from Putin or
Whoa.
somebody, Should be. I don't
Maybe
know.
get some of those codes.
Yeah, maybe.
Cold War.
Yeah, the
Anyways.
Cold War codes, yeah. Anyway, that's it for us today. We put a bow on this. For DL and the boys, the control room crew. That a good one? Control crew?
Control crew.
The
Master and command. No.
the bad boys, the brothers, the stepbrothers, the
Stepbrothers.
stepbrothers, the step.
We'll work on
No,
it.
no. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. We'll have something for you guys on Thursday. That's it for us today, guys. We'll have more fantasy advice for you guys on the next show. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Smash that notification button. Peace.
Bye.